So it has come to my attention that the fellas are now starting something where they're saying they're going to be financially celibate, meaning that they're not going to be spending any money on a woman until marriage. Okay, this is my thing. What woman in her right mind can you actually date and not spend no money on her until y'all get married? It's like y'all are saying y'all are upset with women who are becoming celibate and saying, well, since y'all saying that y'all want to wait until marriage, we just ain't gonna spend no money until marriage. A woman who got common sense and is not gonna deal with no scrubby man, that's not gonna work with. More and more, y'all come up with things to make y'all self more lonely. Y'all gonna push the male loneliness epidemic even further with that foolishness. The women are making more money now. We're more independent. We're becoming more financially stable than men. And this is not to bash men or put men down. But y'all saying y'all ain't finna spend money on women no more like that. A lot of y'all already ain't spending money on women now because you don't have it to spend. Like, in all honesty, y'all want to be lonely. Y'all want to be in a position where you walking around angry because you can't really get the attention of a woman. And until you do all of the things that a man needs to do, which is provide, protect, and lead, y'all are gonna be constantly having the same issues that y'all are having regarding women.
What we see here, we see a woman is upset that men are being financially celibate. Men are refusing to spend money on women just to be with them. And the women are upset about that. It's because the reason why is this. A woman wants to be celibate what's between her legs. She has the absolute right with that. That's fine, do that. So a man can be celibate with his money. He doesn't have to spend money on you. See, women want a man to spend money on them, but then they want to have a say on what they can and can't do and be independent, but use your own money. So women are upset that men are waking up. What do women value in a man? Be honest, money. What does a man value in a woman? What's between her legs? That's the truth. That's the truth. Don't get mad at me. No filter, right? So if you're going to cut off what a man wants, a man can cut off what you want. It's like warfare. But we see a lot of relationships happening only because the woman's with the man because of the money and she does not care about him. And she's willing to leave him high and dry, divorce him, and take half because she does not care about him. So men are waking up to that. If you can't be with me for me, then don't be with me. But the thing women don't understand, men are more comfortable being alone than women. Who created this male loneliness epidemic? Women. It's because they put a price on themselves. So men are looking at their bank account and say, well, I can't afford her, or her. So I just won't date. Or I'll go overseas and become a passport bro. They don't like that though. The best relationships to have is when both of you guys are broke, when there's no money involved. Because now you guys actually like each other and you enjoy each other and you want to build together. If a woman is younger and she wants a man that's stable and has money and willing to do anything and spend money on her, she needs to date an older man that's already locked in and already has a career and already has money. But women don't want to do that. They want the young man with all the money, but that's really rare because men take 10, maybe 15 years to finally get settled and be at their peak. So women are the ones on a timer, not men, because women, there's only so much time they can actually have kids. So women are putting pressure on men. You need to have money. You need to have this so we can have kids, a family, a house, and all of this. And you got to be 25. Make it make sense. I really feel like a lot of women should just date older guys. And there's nothing wrong with that. And we understand why. It's because you want money, you want stability, and that's fine. Men aren't stable until later in their lives. That's just true. You have guys that have a little bit of money or they're athletes, sure. But they get with you, you spend and they spend, and you guys gonna be broke. And then next you know, you're gonna be on social media talking about men ain't nothing, and then you getting divorced. So I definitely understand why men are being celibate. It's because they don't want to waste their money because you know what they start to understand? They start to understand that a lot of these women are an investment. They're not an asset. They're a liability. So if I can't fully afford you as a liability, because you're not giving me nothing in my life except what's between your legs, but I can get that from anywhere. See, women are putting a price on themselves, but they're not adding any value. But when we see men, they're finally understanding it's like, you're not an asset, you're a liability. So I'm gonna be financially celibate and find somebody that's an asset, that actually has a moral, that actually has a good head on their shoulders, that actually want to be somebody and build A lot of these women that you see, they don't want to build. They want you to build. They want you to grind out your career, and they want to enjoy the fruits of your labor. That's the problem. That's the reason why men are doing this with their cash. Nah, I'm good. I'll be broke. Let's go on a coffee date. Coffee date. I want to go and get a steak and this. No, thank you. You're not my type. And women are getting upset with that. It's because why? Men are finally saying no.
That's it, and that's all.
Do have those passport bros or the red pill guys that take things to the extreme. They feel like they should not have to spend a dime on a woman, right? The same way that you have the women who feel like they should not have to do anything to have a man invest in her. Okay, even from the first time that they meet. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with being celibate. And I honestly feel like if more people move like that to get to know a person, I think
Mm.
things will be a lot more smoother and less complicated. Because honestly, when you have intercourse with somebody, that does complicate things. The same token, a woman a lot of times relates that. If a man wants to be able to even sniff, in that area, he has to spend some money on you. So if a man doesn't spend any money on you, are you still more, open to eventually engage in intercourse? That's essentially what is being explained here. So that's the thing. You can't get mad at men for verbally saying that, honestly. If a lot of y'all don't want to give it up, unless a man drops some money on you. Yes, we all.
Boom. You're putting a price on what's between your legs. You're putting a price on what's between your legs, and the men are saying, I don't want to pay that. I'm good. It's just like going to the store and you shopping for cereal. You're going to find a cereal that's in your price range. Men are just being very logical with this, and women hate it because they're not thinking logically. They're thinking with emotion. But men are just thinking how we supposed to think. How much it costs to take care of that, to have that? I'm good. I'll find something in my price range. I'll go overseas.
Love financial help. But again, y'all focus on that so much. This is why y'all end up with men who can financially help, and then y'all still don't like that scenario because you don't like the control that he has. Go figure. I think it's so interesting when she was saying y'all already don't want to spend money on women now, but hell, you just in the same conversation you just sat here and said how much money women are making, how well we're doing, and yeah, we don't want to spend it. That's what's mind blowing. How you gonna call out men for something that we don't even want to do? Literally. So how can you fault them for not wanting to spend money on women or a woman that they don't know is their wife? Yes, a date is cool, but y'all be wanting, expensive dates. Y'all be wanting men to drop money on you because you seen the next chick who require those type of standards, and then also you don't even know what that chick is giving up to get that type of stuff. Y'all be thinking a lot of these women don't be giving up anything, and a lot of times that be a lie. We should be trying to figure out how we can work together with both of our incomes. And y'all love to say, a man needs to provide and protect and lead, right? And a lot of times y'all put that heavily on finances. But what if that providing, that protecting, and that leading means protecting the income that y'all currently have in the household? What if that means saying no to certain, expenses that are not necessarily needs? What if
Mm.
that is cutting back on certain things that could impact some of your self care moments for the greater good? What if providing, protecting, means those things? Could you handle that? Realistic expectations on boyfriends. Y'all expecting husband advantages from boyfriends.
Everything she's saying makes sense. Today's woman relay protection, all these things that the man's supposed to do, providing to only money. And men are saying, and they're looking at these women as if they're shopping in the grocery store. They're looking for the woman that's going to like them for them, but they're going to look for the woman that's in their price range that they can't afford. It's because it's not about personality anymore. It's not about love anymore. It's a transaction. Who can I afford? Who's going to make sure they become an asset in my life, and I will rock with them and I will be with them. But women don't understand this. If you are an asset to a man and the man knows you love them, they'll do anything for you. You don't have to ask for money if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing because you will be rewarded. But women are already putting a price tag on themselves, and this is the reason why a lot of men are not rocking with them or not messing with them or not even trying because they see that all you want is money. So, in order for things to change for women, women got to change their attitude and stop putting a price on what's between their legs. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It's always going to keep this thing right, keep it going. Make sure you tap into the No Filter Morning Show Monday through Friday, 10:30 or 10:21 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Make sure you tap into that. Appreciate all the love, and I also love all the hate too. Appreciate you guys, and I'm out.